Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing card of the day reading today. Now, my intention was to pull one card. I'm using my Twin Flame Pinochle deck, and I felt strongly compelled to get an Oracle deck, so I've got the Mystical Shaman Oracle right here. I'm also not sure how many cards are going to be coming out of here now. Normally my card of the day readings are pulling energy out of the collective, and they're fairly broad spectrum. Today I've been called to use my Twin Flame specific deck, and in that respect, if you're not in a Twin Flame relationship, this reading might not actually apply to you. If you feel like you want to read it to watch it anyway, there may be some energies at play that are relevant to you, but I'm just going to tell you right now that this card of the day reading may be more exclusive than they usually are, and it's not intentional. Okay. Now, right away we have a card that is vague. The Pinochle deck has two sets of cards in it. 9 through Ace. 9, 10, the 3 court cards, and the Ace. And it has a couple of spare cards in here that were blanks or jokers that I've added. And if I get any more cards, they may or may not pop up. Now the Jack is like Schrodinger's page, because it's either a page or a knight, but until you reveal the energies, you're not really sure which. It's like flickering in and out of existence. I would suggest that perhaps this is page energy, because pages are often princesses in alternate decks, and we have a divine feminine in reverse here. Now, additionally, if it were heading more into the knight energy, we could end up with a hanged man here. I think my lip just tried to split, because it's in the reverse. And the only reason I know it's in the reverse is because my little DF mark is upside down. Excuse me, I had to have a little Carmex break there because of my dry lip. Okay. So we have a junior royal of cups, inverted. I'm going to get the Oracle card first before going back into the Twin Flame deck. Almost had one come out. I don't need like 3 cards. This one. Magic. Don't you know it's magic? There is a song called Magic by Mick Smiley that is in Ghostbusters. And it's more of a jam than anything. So here we have a feminine entity with the number 33. Creating something out of the ether. 33, that's 11 times the Empress. The balanced, fully controlled, life experienced, creative, fertile, abundant, feminine energy. So we have magic. I'm getting a sense, too, that the way that the feminine creates magic is not... it's not the way that the magician in a masculine energy would create. He creates almost in a way that something happens physically and then the magic radiates outwards into other dimensions. Whereas when the feminine creates magic, she creates it in a higher dimension and it drops down into the physical like a baby would do. All right. So now, because this is a 33, I know that this is the page, because the page is a 1 or an 11. I'm trying to see if I can get downloaded a full sentence, because I'm hearing you're backing out of a rough situation. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands, upright, related to the divine masculine. So let me put this back over here. He's looking at her, but he's in the upright and she's in reverse. So in that way, because they're not actually going the same direction, there's this chasing in a mirror world. I just heard cool world, and it's this through the looking glass energy where it's like one of you is a real person and the other one is a cartoon, and you can't really be together because your dimensions don't really match up. That the very fabric of your existence is going in the opposite direction. Let's take this from the break here. Divine masculine energy, upright King of Swords. Divine masculine energy, inverted Queen of Swords. Okay. I could easily say this is 11, 11, 11, 11, and then 3 times 11. But that's not always the case. Queens can be 1s or 13s. Kings can be 1s or 14s. This could be a 5, a 1, or a 14. 4, a 1, or a 13. And again, with these two cards, I'm getting the same energy that I got with this card. The feminine is flickering in and out of existence between these two possibilities, and the masculine is flickering in and out of existence between his masculine energy and his feminine energy. But this is in a distorted mirror world. I'm trying to feel like the holder of truth in my world, but when I look in the mirror, I'm not a man's man. I feel like I want someone to protect me, and I feel like I want to lash out at people in my internal space. His inner feminine is out of balance, but his exterior is like an upstanding fellow in society. There's some kind of bitterness and withholding with the inner feminine over on the masculine side. So let me separate these a little bit. This is going to be kind of like my yin-yang reading. Okay. So this is all the masculine here, and this is the feminine down here. He's being creative and passionate in the way that he's approaching I wanted to say things in his life, but there's no evidence whatsoever of the physical world in this reading. I can see that there's a pentacle down here on the corner. Okay. All right. So we have the divine feminine inverted again with this same Jack energy in Pentacles. Looking this way, looking that way, looking this way, looking that way. I'm just trying to get the energy flow here. Okay. The feminine energy is not doing anything to act on her feelings in the real world, in the physical reality. She's focusing on an internal magic that has to do with like stability in her own mind. It's like she's I wanted to say she's on the clock. But also like waiting on the clock, but not really. It's like she's working on alignment. And while she's considering the real world and considering her feelings, she's not acting on either of those aspects in great force. It's like there's an energy of 11 and then 22, and she's not actually going to do anything until she gets 33, but it's almost like saying the masculine's supposed to bring that other 11 to hit that timing. And what I see is the way that this energy is flowing, the masculine is trying to broaden his viewpoints, but then he's trying to get to where he can see the feminine in the 3D world in some way to communicate. But he's pulled back into this energy of his own inner feminine being in this like a banshee kind of a state. Where it's like my territory. And it's almost like he's battling with himself. But for some reason, he comes back around with this energy flow and starts getting into a balanced feminine energy when he thinks about what he really wants. And it's kind of like what he wants and what his ego is telling him keep him going around in circles so that he's not able to break through this invisible barrier to get to where the feminine is trying really hard to do some internal growth. Okay, so I've got 2 minutes left on my video segment, so that was my card of the day that kind of grew into a yin-yang check-in. Let me pull this up. Alright. Oh, and I've even got it on the wrong side. Perfect. I really can't tell if that's all the way focused or not. Let me try it this way. Why is that dirty now? Unbelievable. I can't take me anywhere. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Okay. If you want to purchase a reading, you can email me, thecatcameback@camp@gmail.com. I will get you a list of these contact points. You can donate or purchase a reading at PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I have prints, I have merch, I have actual art and digital portraits that you can buy in my catalog, which is also linked from the email that I will send you if you inquire at me. And the same information and contact points is going to be listed in the description box of my infomercial video, which is listed below this one. I've also been working on my chapbook packs. I printed out a bunch of my little business cards that I put in there, and I had them all printed out so I could finally show all of them at once. So I have, oh, hang on, that's another copy of the same one. I have a bunch of different cards, and these are all going to be put at random in my chapbook packs. I do my best to randomize them and mix them together. There it is. That's one of my coloring books. It's my other coloring book. And that's my catalog, only smaller. And I got all these chapbooks here that I printed out too. There's 9 different ones. They're all randomized. Along with these and actual little art cards like these, only different. And those are all going to be in my chapbook packs, which are listed in there. You can get one for $5, and then there's a discount if you get 5 or if you get 10 of them. And I've been working hard on those. Bye now, bye, bye.